Welcome to another episode of That Arrow Show. Tonight's episode, Checkmate. We're going to get into the good, we're going to get into the bad, and we're going to get into the Laurel. Alright, so tonight's episode, Adrian Chase just laid it all out on the table. He's like, you know what, I'm tired of doing covert shit, I'm putting it out there. Yep, come do something, Oliver. And of course, Oliver is inept at everything he does. So, who wants to start off with some goods this week?
I got some goods. My boy Wild Dog. The reason why he my good is because you can see, although he was in a suit, the streets were calling. He was like, I can't, the Glades don't want me to be clean. The Glades is telling me to pop off in you, Chase.
Yeah, Wild Dog had very little moments, but the one moment he had when he told Chase, I'm going to kill you, was pretty awesome. And although I don't think we're gonna get it, I would love it if he actually does kill Adrian.
I thought he was about to pop off right there. He had a nice Ice Cube moment that made me go get my Today's a Good Day record. I was like, hey, blast this, man.
And they made sure to pair him up with Land so that we would like the scene more better, because as we've established in earlier reviews, Wild Dog and Lance are a great team.
Yeah, Wild Dog and Lance do make a good pair. So
They're like Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, but likable.
it's like Bad Cop and Grimy Cop, but you can't tell who's who.
Exactly. Bad Cop, Luke Grimy Cop.
Man, we need to check on why Lance got all these sores on his face. That shit ain't normal.
My good for this episode would have to be Felicity. Don't look at me like that.
Don't you look at me in that tone of voice.
Nope, not at all. We see that they're actually building up her side story arc. So she has to pretty much put the feet to the ground to pretty much help out the team. Mm-hmm. Nobody else is putting in work. Mm-hmm. Nobody else is bringing in results. So Felicity Felicity is doing what she has to do to help the team.
All right, let's get into the bad. So, who's got some bads?
Ooh, this was a fucking mess. The entire show was a fucking mess.
Let's see. So, the Felicity stuff I want to mention.
Okay, I will contend with you and agree that Felicity was getting stuff done because someone has to do something. But am I the only one that finds it obvious that this nerd chick is working for Prometheus?
I don't think they're working for Prometheus. I think that would be too easy.
I know. Arrow. I know. Like she lit up too quick when Felicity was like, I'll do anything you want, even under the table.
I was like, don't say that, there's a camera in the back.
Spoiler alert for the rest of the season. Talia al Ghul has some master plan to blow up Star City or whatever. Which is why she recruited Prometheus to help him.
Yeah, Marianne Cotillard looked very good this episode.
Yeah, she really did. Like, she looking all young. She got full lips and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Let's just go ahead and throw it out there. This is all the Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight. Mm-hmm.
It's. I love the fact that the guy who writes this show talks so much shit about not doing Batman, but you steal every element that you possibly can for me.
This is like he don't know what Batman is.
So, how much you want to bet that Mr. Terrific is going to walk downstairs into that secret dungeon basement, internet basement or whatever, and look at that wall of internet and be like, this is wrong?
My beef is with Oliver because all this snitching, he been dry snitching the whole episode. First of all, you gonna go to this man's wife. Adrian Chase is the throwing star. First of all, you gonna go to his wife and tell? He ain't tell nobody that you the Arrow. He kept your secret and everything. You just gonna walk up, your husband is a killer, and I think you should do something about it. That's grade A bullshit.
I mean, first going to his mom didn't work.
Mm-hmm. And then you gonna go to the police. Hey, Popo, this is the biggest. People die for shit like this.
You don't like the tattletale a lot.
Exactly. Hey, Popo, I know who the killer is. It's Adrian Chase. Shh.
It's like at that point he didn't have a choice but to get shot.
Exactly.
Did you know? I'm sorry, Shane. Did you notice every time Oliver went to people about Prometheus, they ended up dead. Or in the last person's case, when he literally brought a person to Prometheus and said, look, that's your husband, and got her killed. Can we be real? Two things I'm tired of. One, I am tired of Diggle giving Oliver you gotta keep your humanity speech. Like, that's literally what he does every season.
It's played out.
Like, exactly. Like, can we at least get a thing where Diggle walk up on Oliver and he's like kick the cave in or whatever, and Diggle is like, I done told you this shit like 10 times. I ain't gonna tell you no more.
You should have walked in there and been like, go on, pick this shit up.
Exactly. That was my point.
You on the floor because you was having man pain.
I was like, there's a punching bag over there. You hit that. You don't throw out shit on the floor.
Exactly. Like
that was the worst.
You knocked my costume on the floor. What if I kick your ass?
To get back on the Oliver thing, two things. One, so now when you need to catch Prometheus, Diggle is allowed to be grimy and do grimy stuff. But when he was in Russia drilling up homeboys like a punching bag, you know, it wasn't okay then. You know, like why all the hypocrisy? And B, now you realize that maybe you shouldn't have gotten in relationship with this reporter woman that is obviously
I forgot about that. That was
like everybody told you, do not dig this woman down. And another thing to add to that, why couldn't he kill Prometheus? What was the threat?
I mean, if you really had to save Susan, I guess you had to try to figure out where she was through Prometheus.
But after he found her, all best was
But what did you learn at the end of season 4? Kill the bad guy.
Exactly.
See, honestly, this episode was 50 minutes longer than it should have been. It should have been, I kidnapped Susan. It should have been, you keep the bitch, and then we have a party.
Alright, now we're about to get into the Laurels. I'm gonna go first. My first Laurel is Vigilante. Where is he?
Is he important?
Is he important? Like, dude, good question, said. I don't know.
What they're telling us is Vigilante is not important. That's all they're telling us.
Then
Why did you
put him on the
introduce him?
show?
That was, you could have saved that for, you know, I don't know, you could save that money for better.
Antagonist.
Not even that. I mean, that could have went into the stunt budget, which was shitty this season.
Can I piggyback off of that?
Yes, you can, sir.
All right, we're in the Laurels, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So that opening fight scene at Mount Dojo, no
I'm sorry.
Where he just threw people.
because judo throws are the best throws in the world.
For a bunch of assassins.
It was all over the fight. There was that. Then he got that tickle fight with Prometheus.
I'm mad that assassin school don't have a security system.
Not to mention the shootout, the two shootouts in the padding.
Look,
Sorry, flashbacks, but
look, I don't think y'all being fair to the martial arts budget.
I don't think they're being fair to us.
So I got one more Laurel for me. So the team splits up when they get in a building to go find Prometheus. Real Black Canary and Wild Dog get trapped in a room because of explosives. And Black Canary does not use her sonic scream to knock down the wall. Mr. Terrific has to go in there, use his T-spears to knock holes in the wall.
The point he's making is a wall can't stop Black Canary.
Exactly. Like, but today, all of a sudden it could.
Because budget.
Exactly.
My Laurel was a couple of things. One, the snuff film that Prometheus kept putting out in the beginning. It's like, will I use this knife on her or not? It's like, you know, do it or don't, but don't be gross with it. you gotta sit there with a song. I want to play a game. And I'm like, this is some kiddie shit.
How many times did they replay the video?
Exactly. Another Laurel is, I don't know, but Adrian looked like he just wanted to fuck Oliver the entire show, which would have been a better relationship than him and Susan. But the whole time he's like, Oliver, you just don't want, I don't want it to end. Or I'm like, you a little too intense.
Yeah, like, I'm not getting what the, like, you don't want to kill him, but what do you want to do with him?
I I was like, yo, man, you need to go take your Ambien and chill. It's like he was just lit like.
There's better ways to get people to
And,
attention.
and the messed up part is Talia is enabling this.
Turns her on. Like this whole episode was what happens when two bros stop being bros. 'Cause that's the whole reason Oliver's mad. Was like, that was my best bro, man. We ran the city together, and now we're no longer bros.
The funny part about it is, I don't know if y'all seen the movie Neighbors. It actually looked like an older Zac Efron and what's Fuckboy's younger brother name?
James Franco.
James Franco.
Let's just put it plain and simple. Prometheus was built up as this mysterious character that
Ain't nothing mysterious about being an asshole.
that was supposed to be, that was probably someone from Oliver's past.
Yeah.
And the whole gist of this season was who is Prometheus and how shocked we're going to be when we find out who it is. And how shocked were we when we found out it was a dude you debuted this season.
I'm shocked that we still watching it.
I'm shocked too. Alright everybody, so that ends another episode of That Arrow Show. As always, like and subscribe. Check out our most recent episode of I Got the Runs where Barry went into the Speed Force. Check out our Twitter, check out our Facebook, check out YouTube, of course, where we're always putting down new content.
We're still on 4chan.
We are not on 4chan, but you know what you can also do while you're on YouTube? Ring that bell so that you can get reminded every time we put out new episodes. We also recently did a review of Logan. Check that out. That's not on 4chan either.
It's on back pages.
What is Backpage? You said that last week.
You'll find out.
All right, everybody. Until next time. Peace.